By law, all employers are required to have a written grievance policy and to share it with their employees. The grievance policy is either set out in the employment contract or in a staff handbook that's referred to in the employment contract. The policy itself can either be contractual or non-contractual. If it's contractual, the employer really has to make sure that they follow the procedure, because if they don't, they could risk a breach of contract claim by an employee. We therefore tend to advise our clients that their grievance policies should be non-contractual. This just gives the organisation a bit more flexibility in terms of the procedure they follow and also the sanctions they issue at the end of the procedure. Even if your not-for-profit organisation doesn't have any employees and relies solely on volunteers, it might still be worth having a written policy in place just so the volunteers knows what to do if they have a complaint or a problem that they need to raise with the organisation. So what should the grievance policy include? Number 1, it should explain who the employee should contact and how to contact that person. For example, by providing an email address or a telephone number. Number 2, it should identify an alternative point of contact. For example, if the first person is unavailable, or if the grievance is against that person. Number 3, it should set out the process to follow, and also the time limits for each stage of that process. Number 4, it should explain that the employee can be accompanied to any grievance meeting. Number 5, it should explain how and why the employee can appeal a grievance. And number 6, it should explain what should happen if an employee raises a grievance during a disciplinary process. And I'll touch upon all these points in a bit more detail later on.